Hello everyone. Today what we shall do is your comprehension part. I shall be doing one comprehension here. So that the necessary points that you need to remember, those I shall be telling you. And once after this one, once after we complete this comprehension, we shall again be doing one question set from your total English book. That we shall be doing question set number 5 also today. So first thing that we will do today is your comprehension part. Now the comprehension that we will do today is this one. We shall be first we shall be reading this one, and then we shall be discussing the question answers and how to do it. Now the first thing that comes here, while I explained that these type of comprehensions, that time also I said that while going through the comprehension, while you are going through the text, what you will find sometimes is that you don't know the meaning of some words which are there, which will seem completely new to you or which will seem very unknown to you. Now at that moment, what you will do, suppose here you are having some meanings, here you are having some words which the meaning of which you don't know. Like suppose if I say that free meaning you don't know, or pleats meaning you don't know, so what you will do, now here what you will have to do is that you will be seeing that from covered from top to bottom with hundreds of frills and pleats and tucks. So it means something like here it has been said of a garment, and here when these words are being said, it seems that these are something which is sewed or which is sticked on the garment. Okay, so in this way you will have to find out the meaning. So what you will do, you will, if you don't know the meaning of a particular word, you will have to see the word which is there in the before that word and which is there next to that word. So by taking those two three words which are there before and after, you will have to assume the meaning. In that way only you will have to do the comprehension. Now another the other points which I have said you is that here you will be finding in the comprehension part, you will be finding that three words which are given and you are asked to write the meaning of these words. The instruction is given in this way: give the meaning of the following words used in the passage, and one word or the short phrases will be accepted. So here 3 marks will be there. Now here you will have to see that you write it in the same tense or you write it in the same form which is given. Here ing is given, so you will have to use ing here. Here as ly is given, that means it has been given in an adverb that way, so you will have to use an adverb kind of, you will have to also bring this way you will have to do it. Okay, so now one thing I must tell you is that briefly describe the swimming which sentence. So here it can be of 1 mark. Okay, it can be of 1 mark because your question will be of 20. So 20 means 4 into 2 8 and 1 9, 3 12, and here 8 marks, that means 20 marks. Okay, now very fast we shall be going through this. Now remember, here it has been taken from one story which is called My Family and Other Animal. My Family and Other Animal, this is a story by Gerald Durrell. Now if you have heard his name, you know that he writes about the animals and all these kind of creatures. So here we shall be seeing that there is a dog now whose name is Roger. So this way the story it tells us the story is like this: for some time mother had greatly envied us for our swimming, both in the daytime and at night. But as she pointed out when we suggested she should join us, too old for that sort of thing. So mother thought that she is too much out of dated, or you can say backdated, to join the swimming. Eventually, however, under the constant pressure from us, mother paid a visit to a town and returned with a to the villa in the house, quietly, very shyly, bearing a mysterious parcel. In that parcel, what was there? The dress or the swimming costume. Actually, mother went there in order to purchase the costume, in order to purchase the dress. So in that way you will have to find out the meaning of these words. Now frill is actually a kind of a material which is kind of a fabric kind of, which is a folded fabric kind of. So these actually are used in a frock kind of, or something like that, where it's like a folded fabric. Okay, so it is not a proper swimming costume. So the narrator is trying to say here that it was not a proper swimming costume. So what mother had brought, it was, as you know, swimming costume will be a plain, and there will not be any folding or kind of nothing like that. But this dress was a folded one, and the fabric was a folded fabric which will kind of hold a lot of water in it. So well, what do you think of it, mother asked. We stared at the odd garment and wondered what was it for. So mother thought that it was for the swimming costume, but the boys and means children, they were very much surprised to see that. Now, what was it? Asked Larry at length. Then, is it a bathing costume? Of course, said mother. What on earth did you think it was? So they thought, they didn't think like this was a swimming costume or a costume for taking a bath. Now it looks to me as a badly skinned well. So this is the reaction of Larry. Okay, so Larry is saying this, peering at it closely. Now peering, this word is written in bold because this word's meaning has been asked in the vocabulary part, so you will have to answer that. You can possibly wear this, that mother, said Margot, horrified. Why, it looks as though it was made in 1920. So here, what does the boy want to mean here? That it was made in 1920 means it was out of dated, or you can say it was a backdated one or an old-fashioned one. So what are those frills and things for? Asked Larry with interest. Decoration, of course, said mother indignantly, very kind of ferociously, or you can say desperately, she answered like that. What a jolly idea. Don't forget to shake the fish off them when you come out of the water. So this is a kind of a joke that they are saying, that if you have so much kind of folded fabric on it, so you can catch some fish on that. So before you come out of the water, you should sag it off, so that all the fishes which will be there, the fish can go into the water again. Well, I like it anyway, mother said firmly, wrapping the monstrosity up again, and I'm going to wear it. So she just wrapped it up, she just folded it up, and she went upstairs to wear it. You will have to be careful you don't get waterlogged. So the children, they are making fun of it. They are saying that when you will wear it, it will hold a lot of water, so you can get waterlogged. Then, with all the cloth around you, said Leslie seriously. Mother is awful, you can't bear it. It's awful, you can't bear it, said Marco. Why on earth did you get something more up to date? So they are asking that you should buy something which will not be old fashioned, which will be up to date one. When you get to my age, dear, you cannot go around in two-piece bathing suit. You don't have the figure for it. So mother is saying that because of my aging process, because of my age, I will have to wear these kind of dresses. Two pieces of that swimming costume that you wear, those will not fit me, those will not suit me. I would love to know what sort of figure that was designed, remarked Larry. So they are asking that this dress, for what kind of figure this dress is designed. You really are hopeless, mother said Margot despairingly. So she is getting angry. Mother is getting angry, but I like it. I'm not asking you to wear it, mother pointed out angrily. So mother is asking that I like this dress. I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you to wear it. So what's your problem? Mother snorted indignantly and swept upstairs to try the costume, and presently called us to come to see the effect. Now, from here you will be finding one question has been asked. So that last question, which will that read one, or that summary kind of that one which you will have to write. That answer starts from here. So she calls us upstairs to try on her costume. Presently, she called to us to come and see the effect, and we will be took up by the bedroom. Roger the dog was the first to enter, and on being greeted by the strange apparition, apparition, as you know, is the meaning of it's a spirit, but here strange apparition means the strange creature, that is mother, when she is wearing a very odd dress. So that time she looks very strange, clad in its voluminous back costume, rippling with the frills. He retreated hurriedly, so he came back hurriedly through the door, backwards ferociously. It was some time before we could persuade him that it really was mother, and even then he kept giving her vaguely uncertain looks from the corner. So the dog was very much kind of awestruck, or you can say it was kind of too much surprised. It was also getting frightened to see that mother is wearing all these kind of odd dresses, because she was looking like a ghostly creature, very fearsome in appearance. So the dog was afraid, and then the dog retreated back, came back. And the dog was convinced by the children that it was mother herself, but the dog still was very much dubious, or you can say it could not believe it firmly. However, in spite of all the opposition, mother struck to her tent like a bathing suit, and in the end, we gave up. In order to celebrate her first entry into the sea, we decided to have a moonlight picnic down the bay. So they celebrated it and sent an invitation to Theodore, who was the only stranger that mother would tolerate on such a great occasion. That day, the great immersion arrived. Food and wine were prepared, and the boat was cleaned out and filled with a cushion, and everything was ready. Then Theodore turned up. Okay, so this way the story ends up. As I have said, this is a funny story. The little bit of the full one has not been taken, the complete one has not been taken, only little bit of it has been taken. So this one, it tells us about the funny story of how the swimming costume didn't fit her, and it was a frightening appearance on the part of the mother. Now here we can see also that the questions which are there give the meaning of the following words used in the passage. One word answer or the short passages will do. Okay, so first one which is given is peering. Okay, peering, as you know, it's kind of looking. So you can write here looking. Peering is given, you can write looking. 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 I could not write here, so you can write here looking. Okay, Looking, looking. But you have to remember, you can't write look. You have to write ing after look, because here the in which form, whichever parts of speech, whichever tense it is given, you will have to write it in that way. Now ferociously, ferociously we can go for fiercely. Okay, fiercely, Fiercely, fiercely. Okay, now immersion, this one you can explain dropping in water, getting drowned in water. So this way you can explain this meaning. So immersion, you can write drowning in water or dropping in water. So this way immersion can be the meaning of immersion can be written. Now you see the questions which are given here. You will have to write it as per the demand of the question. So there is no kind of a limit or word limit or nothing like that, but you will be seeing that the length of the question means you will have to give it to the point answer. So the first question that comes is, why did mother not join the swimming in the beginning? Okay, because mother did not join the swimming in the beginning, because she thought that she was too old for swimming, and she also, or you can write moreover, she didn't have the swimming costume. So the question which is asked here is that the 2 points you will be having. Why did mother not join the swimming in the beginning? Because she thought she was too old for swimming. Also, she didn't have a proper swimming costume. Okay, so these are the 2 points you will have to write here, and by writing these 2 points only you will be getting 2 marks. Briefly describe her swimming costume. Now this is again, once again, we will be having multiple points. You will have to write to the point answer, not more, not less. So what you will write, the swimming costume that she bought from the town was a large shapeless black garment, because we have seen Rosa was getting frightened. So it was a black garment which was decorated with frills and pleats and tucks, and it looked very old fashioned. So what you will write? Here you will be writing that she bought the swimming costume from the town. The swimming costume which she bought from the town was a something which was stitched with the these all these things were there, where you can see that here were the pleats, there were the fabrics, the folding of the fabrics. So the frills, pleats and the tucks were there, and also moreover it looked old fashioned. Okay, next question which comes here is, what did Larry think it was? So Larry and the other children, you can go for other children also, that Larry thought that this old garment displayed by their mother, that what it was. She was wondering, okay, what did Larry think it was? He was wondering what it was, and on being informed that it was a swimming costume, she said it looked like a badly skinned welt. Okay, so what did he reply? That it was a badly skinned well. Okay, it was a badly skinned well. Next question which comes here is, which sentence tells you that Margot thought it was old fashioned? So when he was telling no that it was 1921, that one. Okay, so you have to find it out here, that the sentence was like this. Uh, yeah, why it looks as though, from here you will be writing the sentence that was, or the comment that was made by Margot was that it looks as though it was made in 1920. So it here this sentence tells us that it was an old-fashioned one or an outdated one. Okay, next question is that what was Leslie's concern? So Leslie's concern was that it was very large and full of frills and pleats from the top to the bottom. So she thought that it would shock a lot of water, and which would drag the mother, or which would make mother to become waterlogged. Okay, or which could drag mother downward. So that was Leslie's concern. Now we will be coming to the main part of this, that is question number C, where you are asked to not more than 50 words describe what happened after mother went upstairs to try on her costume. So as I have said, so this one, the last paragraph, will be the answer. This paragraph, not this one, not the last one, but these two paragraphs, you will have to summarize this. Now here you will be writing it in your own way within these 50 boxes which are given: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and this way 5. Okay, these 50 boxes which are given, you will have to write it. Just I shall be telling you the points which you should include. Now here you will be finding 6 points, and as I have said that 8 marks which are there, mandatorily you will have to write 6 points. 6 points, these contain 6 marks. Okay, and then 2 marks which is there, these 2 marks is on expression. Now it's not like that if you find that there are more points, you can always include more points. If you can, you will have to complete your answer in that way. So if there are more points, you can write more points, but mandatorily you will be finding 6 points are there. Now here I have found 6 points. First one, see the question which is asked here is that what happened after mother went upstairs to try on her costume. As I have said, you can't use. Now what are the things that you should remember while you are doing this answer? The first thing is that you can't use the same words which are given blindly. You can't copy it. You will have to replace with the enriched vocabulary of yours. So you will have to enrich your vocabulary every day so that you can write the answer in your own way. Now the next thing is that you will have to write the 6 points which are needed, and also you will have to know that article and prepositions or the coined the words, these article prepositions are also counted as a single word. So you can't write in a box like two words. You can't write, you can't think like I'm writing an article so I can push another word with that you can't do. Okay, this one is one thing, and another thing is that you will have to write it in 50 words, means 50 words will also only be there. So it's not like 51, 52, it's not like that. So 50 words means 50 words. And as I have said you earlier, rough draft also should be there, and then you will be writing the fair draft. Now rough draft is something where you will just structurally once you will pen through it, once you will pen through it, but you will not cut it in a very dirty way. So once only one line you will drag, so that then the fair draft you shall be writing. So fair draft is a mandatory one, but you should always do the rough draft also, which is also needed, and it is the structure actually. You should do the rough draft first, and then you come to the fair draft. Okay, for the rough draft you will have to draw these boxes, and then you will be writing the fair draft as usual. So what are the 6 points that I need to tell you is that mother wore a costume and called all to see it. Okay, so the first point, Roger was the first to enter. So Roger was the dog, he was the first to enter. He retreated, barking, finding, he retreated by barking, or you can write he came back barking, finding mother wearing strange costume. We convinced, that means the narrator and everyone convinced him that it was mother. However, he looked uncertain. Mother decided to wear the strange tent-like swimming costume. So mother thought that she will be wearing it. She didn't listen to our request, so she thought to wear it. So this way, these points you can include. These are the points which you should include. You can include these points so that your answer will be concrete one. So you will have to include it in your own way. You see that no word is repeated, no word is blindly copied from the text which is given. So this way you will have to do it. Okay, so the 6 points you will have to write here. Okay, now we shall be going very quickly. We shall be solving one one question set from your total English book. So this one is question set number 5. Question set number 5, which is there in your book, page number 93. Okay, which is there in your books, page number 93. Just let me zoom it out. Okay, the first question which comes here is the fill in the blanks with the correct form of the word. So what are there? The first one which is given is that Valentine's Day dash a saga of sacrifice, is a saga of sacrifice, commemorated, you can write commemorated in honor of a hermit named Valentine. So much so the name Valentine has become a legend, with the meaning lover. Has become, you can go for has become, or you can write became, but has become will be the most appropriate one here. Has become. Sometime during the 3rd century AD, King Claudius forced, F-O-R-C-E-D, King Claudius uh, forced, ed, ce is given, so d only will be added, all able-bodied bachelors to join. Okay, so whatever is given that will remain, and you will only have to add to join the Roman army. Since bachelorhood was the criterion, a hermit named Valentine secretly got several young men marrying to escape conscription. Okay, conscription, as you know, is that kind of a national need. Okay, or national obligation. So here the conscription was means to join the army, because all the bachelors had to join the army. In fear of that, everybody was getting married. The king became wild at this and had Valentine executed before he caused further damage to the image of the army. In his death, Saint Valentine got immortalized, or you can write Saint Valentine immortalized love. So got will not be used here, sorry. It will be immortalized on his in his death. Saint Valentine immortalized love between young people. So the day of his death, 14th February, is observed as Valentine's Day year after year. Okay, or you can go for is being observed. Okay, is observed or is being observed, any you can use. So the answer will be in this way. You can write this answer. Now the next one, b number, which is you will have to fill in the blanks with appropriate word. She has to answer dash her absence. She has to answer for her absence. That will be the most correct one. She has to answer for her absence. Okay. Next one, also you can use here, she has to answer about her absence, but for her absence will be the apt one. Next one, your request is dash consideration. Your request is under consideration. Okay, next one, the aeroplane flew dash the clouds. The aeroplane flew over the clouds. You can write between the clouds also. Next one, number 4, the police resorted to lathi charge dash extreme provocation. On extreme provocation will be the correct one. On extreme provocation. Also we can go for due to. Due to extreme provocation also we can write, but on extreme provocation will be the most appropriate one. The godown is infested with. Always remember, infested, after infested we use with. Okay, the godown is infested with. Next one, she jumped dash the first job offer. She jumped for the first job offer. She jumped for the first job offer. Next one, the police descended dash the den of pickpockets. The police descended at the den of pickpockets will be the correct answer you can go for. The police descended at the den of pickpockets. Also we can go for two. The police descended to the den of pickpockets. Next one, he disliked being excluded from. He disliked being excluded from the school football team. Okay. Next one, where we come to question number C. Jitu is very ill. He cannot play football. So you can write like Jitu is too ill to play football. Jitu is too ill to play football, or Jitu cannot play football because he is very ill. Okay, Jitu cannot play football because he is very ill, or Jitu is too ill to play football. Next one, Amit is a clever boy. The other boys are not so clever. So you can write it in this way. No other boy is as clever as Amit. No other boy is as clever as Amit. Next, number 3, is this bus big? Can it take all my friends? Is that bus big to take all my friends? Is that bus big to take all my friends? Next one, number 4, I had never. The next question is, Nita was a clever student. I had never taught a more clever student. I had never taught a more clever student than Nita. Okay, I had never taught a more clever student than Nita. Number D. It doesn't matter if we reach here, if we reach there late. Uh, so you can write it in this way. What if we reach there late? What if we reach there late? What if we reach there late? And question mark. Okay, next one, this is the best car I have seen. This is the best car I have seen. This one, I have not seen a better car than this. I have not seen a car better than this, or I have not seen a better car than this. Next one, do not be proud and you will be happy. Do not be proud and you will be happy. Begin with if. If you do not be proud, if you do not be proud, do not be proud, and you will be happy. So if you do not be proud, you will be happy. Okay, if you do not be proud, you will be happy. Next one, number 4 is, does anyone like paying a fine? Begin no one. So no one likes no one likes, remember is will come after like. No one likes paying a fine, and here the question mark will be omitted. The question mark you will have to remove, and it will come the full stop. Okay, next one is that she is only a good actor. She is not only a good actor but also an excellent singer. She is not only a good actor but also an excellent singer, and you will have to begin it with besides being. So you can write it, besides being a good actor, she is an excellent. Besides being a good doctor, she is an excellent singer. Okay, besides being a good doctor, she is an excellent singer. Okay, we shall be stopping here today, and these three questions we shall be discussing in our live class. Okay, these three questions. Also, I can give this in your worksheet part, and also another writing I shall be giving you in your writing part. Okay, so that's all for today. Have a very nice day. Thank you.